talk about all the good things and bad things that may be. Let's talk about kinks. Let's talk about kinks. That was the only song I can think of. I was listening to an MIA song, you guys, and it's actually not a song I know the lyrics to, and I couldn't think of an MIA song that I know the lyrics to, which is ridiculous because I know lots of lyrics to lots of MIA songs, but I didn't know this one. And then my mind went blank, and so I had to think of something, and it is what it is. Are we live at all? I certainly hope so. Oh, yes, it looks as if we are in fact live. Which means hello. Welcome to the Thursday broadcast on the Gwenny Be Dead channel, my most beloved of internets. I'm Gwen and this is my channel. We're playing Uncharted Lost Legacy, starring the glorious Claudia Black and the talented Laura Bailey. And this past week I have been an absolute wet blanket. How dull. Wrapped in a boring cloak of depression. Barely able to move. And today was a little different, but I did wake up while the sun was still in the sky. And that made a difference. I feel like it made a difference. Because I've been awake. Long enough to find something that I would like to talk to you about today. Get out of my way! What are you doing? What was that little move? You dancing with me, girl? Shall we dance? I think we shall. Something current. Hoppa! Something, my friends, that I would write bullet points on and give you links to sources in the description below. Goodness. I have beer. I have a belly half full of sandwich. Full of half sandwich? Well, it's not quite full. I could definitely eat more sandwich, and I may do.
Hey, if you want to look anywhere else out there, now's the time to do it.
Right.
Question mark. Go to the question mark. I guess. So that's east.
Look, for what it's worth, it's your kick-ass reputation that got you this job. Plus, I figured you could use the money.
You're not wrong.
Honestly, though, it's actually nice working with a woman for a change.
Too right. Not many of us out here. This one arms dealer demanded to speak to the man in charge, then tried backing out when I informed him I was running the show.
Ugh, what did you do?
Broke both his legs.
Oh, you're not kidding.
She's
Just
not.
trying to level the playing field.
Nadine likes
Oh,
to break
don't
legs.
cross Ross.
I should put that one on my business card.
Can't you just walk away? Just be done with Shoreline?
I was born into it. I don't have a choice.
Oh, there's always a choice.
Ooh, what are this? This or something. Maybe? Ooh, and I are stuck on a rock. So, recently, internet personality Belle Delphine posted some rather controversial photographs
I'm just gonna take a look around.
on
Yeah,
Twitter.
I'll keep an eye out.
And I see a shiny. What is it? What is it? What is it? Rosewood spice box? No. No, it's it's metal tiger claws. Oh, hey, look at me, the casual treasure hunter. Filthy cash. So, recently, Belle Delphine posted some rather controversial photos on Twitter. They were basically consensual non-consent, or CNC, power play, rape fantasy, kind of thing. Basically, they were not unclothed or anything. I think one was of her bound and gagged in the trunk of a car, and the other was her also bound and gagged, but I think that one was in a shower. I'm not looking at the
Thank you for
photographs
your
right now,
indulgence.
so I cannot be sure, but you've probably seen them, and if you haven't, you can always look at them if you want. On Twitter, she's fully clothed, and basically one of them was like, you know, best first date ever or something like that. In any case, she was promoting her OnlyFans on
Over there,
Twitter.
in that cliff wall. See that archway? Looks intact.
You coming with?
Feel like stretching my legs.
Rightio. Alrighty, let's roll.
Assuming you mean this archway
What
right
is
here.
this place?
You got me.
So of course Twitter popped off. Because
Fraser,
it's
over
Twitter.
here. Look,
What? What is it?
monkeys.
You seem excited.
I like monkeys.
Yeah, wait until they start, like, throwing feces and jerking off at you, Nadine.
Looks like there's something in the structure there.
Yeah, monkeys.
Besides monkeys. I don't see a way across.
Neither do I.
There is a way, for this is an Uncharted game. There is always a way.
What have we here?
Oh, say that again. Say it again! In any case, sorry, squeeing about Claudia Black again. Well, I'm supposed to be talking about Belle Delphine's little Twitter scandal.
Let's see. Is it just me, or does that look like a map?
Like a
Looks
map
like
to
our
me.
map.
I'll just jot that down.
Can I see what you jotted down, please? Anything new? Negative. Oh, wait. Yes. 3 more things. To the east. To the southeast. Alright.
There's a slot. Just the right size for a token. Let's give it a whirl.
They filled up the spots on the map.
Yeah. Wonder what happens if we find them all.
Look at that bracelet.
It must have belonged to one of their queens.
That That's where the other tokens are. We can go find other tokens. How fun.
This going to help us get the tusk?
Don't think so, but...
Extra cash. Right.
Right. Come on, let's get back to it.
Good times.
Hey,
So,
no hitchhikers. Shoot.
Oh, you're no fun.
What, you want them shitting all over the seat?
you're the one who likes monkeys, lady. I never said
Looks
I
safe.
liked monkeys.
Smells safe. Let's go.
Map. Yeah, maybe we just keep following this way for a minute. So, of course, Twitter popped off because it's Twitter. And Twitter is always popping off, like, goddamn. Where do you get the energy to pop off all the time? Twitter people. I can barely get off the recliner to go get beer and a sandwich. And you folks are just popping off at every little thing. Now, I'm not saying that this is every little thing, because there is nuance, of course, and we'll get to all of the nuance. I have a whole thing. I've got bullet points, motherfucker. But my point is, boy, always popping off at Twitter, 24/7, don't know how. Even the collective have that much goddamn energy for outrage. Ugh. I mean, yeah, I get mad, but why stay mad all the time? Jesus. In any case, this broadcast is not about my dislike for a particular social media app. It's probably not even just Twitter either. I mean, I stay off of there because it's got its reputation, but it's probably everywhere. I'm just low-key enough right now not to have to put up with any of it. So Belle is, if you don't know who Belle Delphine is, she is an internet famous person. She does adult photo and video work. She's probably most famous for selling her bathwater. That was the big Belle Delphine story. But now she's posted these pictures, and people are very upset because a lot of people are really squicked out by
I'm just gonna
CNC.
take a look around.
Do what you have to do.
Consensual non-consent. Rape fantasy. And it's understandable. Okay? So there's a big discussion, you know, over...
Once again.
Is this okay to have posted these pictures? Oh, no, I don't want to use my picture on the bell. Jesus, that would be silly. No, we'll...
Trying to give away our position?
Yes.
This is cool. I'm wasting so much ammo. But I feel like it's a puzzle. It's gotta be a puzzle. It's got to be a puzzle. But I don't see...
Thank you for your patience.
And,
I'm just gonna take a look around.
thank you for
All
more
right,
patience,
bye for now.
because I'm trying to figure out what this puzzle must be. Really interesting, but I don't see any key to what the puzzle could be. Balls. Where are we on the map? Yes. This is where the token is. Let's have it. Obviously. It must be mine. Not quite sure. Should be able to climb over that somehow. Why? I did not tell you to shoot the... I did not mean to tell you to shoot the grenade launcher. How to solve this puzzle? I don't see any clues on how to solve the puzzle. So you know how I was talking about fan fiction yesterday? Wow, I found a pretty good way of explaining kind of some of the feelings that I have and ideas that I have about the conversation that's going on. Hey, Zanash, how are you? There must be something I'm missing. Perhaps if I go up further over to this next one. I'm doing good, thank you so much. Much better than yesterday. Oh my goodness. I was a lump of nonsense yesterday. But I'm much better today. Let's go to another spot, because I can't figure out this puzzle, and maybe I require more information. I must require more information, because I don't know in what order to hit these bells. Oh, thanks, Janash. I'm glad too. I'm glad too. I got up while the sun was still in the sky, so I think that had a lot to do with it. Certainly feels that way anyway. So content warning, because we're going to be talking about some very maybe triggery things. Because we're talking about consensual non-consent, Delphine, and kink memes, which is the world I come from. So In fan fiction, we have an ethos. And some say it comes from the BDSM community, and I do not doubt that that is true. I just don't have um, an actual source for that. So while I believe that is probably true, I simply don't have the source to link to you to tell you precisely that that's where it comes from. But the ethos is your kink is not my kink, but your kink is okay. Or your kink is not my kink and that's okay. Um, your kink is okay. You get the idea. Um, it encourages diversity in fan fiction, and it's also pretty necessary um, in certain spaces. And I wanted to talk about fan fiction because fan fiction is an overwhelmingly female space on the internet. The link to that is in the description below for this statistic from FFN Research. They looked at the demographics of fanfiction.net in 2010 and found that 78% of registered users on fanfiction.net are self-identified as female. Okay, and that, I guarantee you, nothing changes in fanfiction. Nothing. So that hasn't changed. Are you saying that fanfiction is majority based off female characters or widely used or created by females? Widely used and created by females. It's overwhelmingly so. 78% of fanfiction.net users are reported self-identified as females. So women are writing it, women are reading it, primarily. It's just, it's overwhelmingly a female space. So when you're talking about kink, and particularly CNC, or what in fanfiction circles we call non-con, which is non-consent, or dubcon, which is dubious consent. But when you're talking about consensual non-consent, or, power play type scenarios like what Delphine was doing, it varies. I've got the links to these things as well. It varies between 30 and 60% of women have power play fantasies in some capacity or another. And the discrepancy between the numbers is in how it's worded. If you say the legal definition of rape, if you write it down as the legal definition of rape, it's in the 30% area. And if you say someone overpowers them, then it's closer to the 60% area. So, and also it's self-reporting, so it's hard to say. That study, I think, was done in 2009 or in 2010. 2009, I think that one was in 2009. The link to that is also in the description. That's just the abstract, though, so it does not break down or analyze the study or any previous studies that have been done. However, there's also down below a really good analysis, sort of breakdown of everything in the study from Psychology Today, also linked in the description. So I'm not just spouting these numbers. There are studies And of course, with self-reporting, you're never going to get exact numbers. That's just...
Fancy a recce?
Right behind you.
That's just not going to happen. As Nash said, oh, okay, yeah, majority of fan fiction is written by females. I have a cousin that does that, and I've been in a couple fan fictions, which is just kind of weird but funny at the same time. The consent and force upon rule for rape was made from '09, so correct. Yes, okay, so when you get into fan fiction spaces, you are going to find a lot of non-con. You're going to find a lot of dub-con, non-consent, dubious consent, power play, that kind of thing. And so your kink is not my kink is a very important ethos to take forward in those spaces, because and we can look at it through what's called the anonymous kink meme. Now, if you've never been to these spaces, an anonymous kink meme is basically a message board where users can... Okay, there's nothing here. Where users can basically post prompts for fics they'd like to see, and or write fics based on those prompts. You can also lurk and read and enjoy. And it's all, first of all, it's all anonymous. That's a big rule there. If you post non-anonymously, you will be asked to remove your post, or a mod will indeed remove it for you. And that's for your protection, as much as everyone else's. Because the anonymous kink meme is the Wild West out there. Just about almost anything goes. So there's got to be a lot of etiquette involved in a space like that. So if you go to a kink meme, any kink meme at all, type in your favorite fandom and kink meme on Google, and you will probably find it. If you want to be a part of that, you got to...
I'm just going to take a look around. Happy hunting.
Because it can get pretty dark out there. Self-report still isn't placed in the rule or look upon until a mass amount of reports of these cases occur with factual information. I totally agree. I'm just working with the numbers that I have, you know.
We should get to the cliff with the waterfalls. Unless you want to find the rest of those tokens.
I am looking for the rest of those tokens. That's what I'm looking for. For reals, though. I'm looking for the tokens.
All set.
So I'm working with the numbers that I have. And also from personal, like, experience. Which, of course, is anecdotal, and I understand that. You don't have to take my word for it. But simply consider it as evidence towards what I'm going to say in the future as I build my case. All right. So, in the K-meme, you will find a pinned post. Well, first of all, you'll find it's age-gated. So you are going to need to confirm that you are 18 to get on the K-meme. Of course, all you have to do is press the button, so I imagine, you know, parents not doing their job and whatnot. But you've still got to press the age confirmation button. Regardless, it is age-gated. The pin post will have content warnings as well. Oh, also, if you don't know how to go anonymous on the message board, on the K-meme, usually the pin post will have instructions or a link to said instructions on how to go anonymous. very important. So, I mean, because it's anonymous, we can't exactly break down the gender, but because the most frequently used fanfic sites are overwhelmingly female, you can extrapolate a little bit to say that a good amount of kink memers are definitely female. And of course, that's also going to vary by fandom. The numbers are going to be different based on your fandom. I do want to find those other dang tokens, but I'm just having a hard time, and I also just want to move on. So yeah, your pinned post is going to have tons of content warnings because it is the wild freaking west out there in K-meme land. K-meme. You are very likely to encounter something that squicks you out. And that's why your kink is not my kink. It's so very important. So say